The China Show, Nothing Special report. I suppose I actually shouldn't say nothing special. For once, you're actually reporting on something that deserves to be reported, Winston Frederick Sturzel.
Welcome everybody to a very special report. Something crazy is going on in China, and it's been going on this weekend, and it started Friday night, and it's just escalated and gone crazy.
Liar, Winston Frederick Sturzel. I thought you were allergic to lies, right? It actually started on June 18th, when at the end of the school year, 4 college girls, at the thought of not seeing each other when school ends, decided to go on a journey together. They challenged themselves to ride shared bikes from Zhengzhou to Kaifeng, a place famous for their dumplings. It was a ride that would take them more than 3 hours, probably closer to 4. They recorded the journey and they put it on Chinese social media. Inspired by the passion and fun adventure, it's been growing since then, Winston Frederick Sturzel, since last June. Even the weekend before what you're reporting was already big enough, you can find videos all over the Chinese social media about that event.
Yeah.
Almost 1 million people started an uprising across China.
Just over the weekend.
Let's look up the word uprising and see how accurate that is, Winston Frederick Sturzel. Uprising, an act of resistance or rebellion, a revolt against, a government or something, right?
Yes, over the weekend. And that's crazy to us. And you have put some perspective on for you guys. This doesn't happen in China because the Chinese government shuts everything down before it can happen. For example, if I call you and say, hey, let's go ride bikes, and then you call someone else and you call someone else, it will be only a matter of minutes before the Chinese government goes, oh, okay, wait a second. Let's stop this before it turns into something.
Why aren't you laughing at that, Winston Frederick Sturzel? Even while reporting this major event, he's making the claim that it doesn't happen in China. Come on! That's laughable, Winston Frederick Sturzel, right? You got to admit it.
Usually anything that's organized en masse gets shut down immediately.
Yeah.
And they can do it very quickly and very easily. The problem is, it's very difficult to stop shared bikes. Like, you can stop people boarding trains and buses. You can stop that, right? You can stop people getting on planes.
Yeah.
But you can't stop people getting on a shared bike because they're everywhere.
Let's show.
You just totally contradicted your partner there, Winston Frederick Sturzel. He claimed that they would shut it down after just a few people called each other. Hey, one person calls another person calls another, and the government shuts it down, right? Now you're coming up with some stupid explanation, Winston Frederick Sturzel, in an attempt to look like you actually know.
You have to understand, 100,000 people in one group is insane.
Yeah.
Like a big moving throng of people. In China, this does not happen.
Never.
Really? Again?
It does not happen. It does not happen for a reason, because every time there's uprisings like this,
There goes the word uprising again, Winston Frederick Sturzel.
the government started spazzing.
Yeah, of course they would.
Because then you get the flags for freedom. Then you get the people having little interviews for blogs and stuff saying, hey, actually, I hate my life.
And then they start to have discourse.
Yes.
And I mean, imagine you've got so many people from all over now talking about the problems they face in their life. And suddenly, all of these issues that the government censors and doesn't allow to be discussed are being discussed freely. And that's something they really don't want to happen.
You guys couldn't be more wrong, Winston Frederick Sturzel. I thought you were allergic to lies, Winston Frederick Sturzel.
I'm sure you'll see a lot of China's detractors will be like, oh, this is a new revolution. This is the end. This is whatever, the Communist Party's nightmare. They're going to... It's not about that. It's about this frustrated youth. Take a look at this.
I mean, it is related to that, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to have to replay that clip again, Winston Frederick Sturzel. You start out by saying China's detractors might say it's a new revolution, Winston Frederick Sturzel. And by the end of the sentence, by the end of the same sentence, you both say that it is Winston Frederick Sturzel. Very funny, Winston Frederick Sturzel. When both of you double speak, it's like double speak, right?
I'm sure you'll see a lot of China's detractors will be like, oh, this is a new revolution. This is the end. This is whatever, the Communist Party's nightmare. They're going to... It's not about that. It's about this frustrated youth. Take a look at this.
I mean, it is related to that, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is a lot of discontent that caused this. There is an undercry. There's a cry out for help
Yeah.
from these youth.
Oh my God.
There is a massive discontent in China right now with a massive youth unemployment, no prospects for jobs. In what better way to stop being cooped up and feel like trapped in this horrible authoritarian society?
So welcome to Kaifeng.
Oh, didn't expect
So-
that to happen.
Obviously, that's going to happen. The Chinese government is absolutely petrified, scared of any
Yes.
kind of mass mobilization or any kind of
Yes.
mass gathering,
Yep.
any kind of movement, and this has really gotten them scared.
Obviously, that's going to happen, Winston Frederick Sturzo. You're insinuating like something sinister when the police were very accommodating at this event, and actually, they were even helpful. As the clip plays on, you'll see the riders behind the police who are clearing traffic for the riders. They're there to keep the riders safe, Winston Frederick Sturzo.
Yeah, let's play just a quick little bit here.
Just a little history.
Yeah, we like you to be informed. Yeah, now they're hurting them. So they're actually preventing and stopping people from riding bikes right now all over China.
Oh my God.
But now you're blocking us off from doing
Yeah, because
this.
now they've actually stopped. They're actually actively stopping people from riding bicycles.
Oh, that's so funny.
No more bicycles for you. No more bicycles for you.
This kind of thing doesn't happen in positive environments.
Lies.
It happened. It's born out of negativity. It's
That's
born
a
out of
lie.
The fact that people are absolutely frustrated,
Lies.
terrified for the future. The lie down flat movement, all these things are the let it rot movement. All these movements are happening because there's malcontent
Lies.
under the surface, just bubbling up right now. Yeah.
We don't see this kind of thing happening in China.
Oh, that's so funny.
At the end of the day, though, the reason this happened in the first place is because of all the discontent.
You guys clearly frame this as some kind of an uprising of discontent, Winston Frederick Sturzo. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you about the downside of these events, Winston Frederick Sturzo. It wasn't all roses. For now, let's take a little look at just a few of the clips from Chinese social media, Winston Frederick Sturzo. We can compare these with your description of an uprising of discontent. I'm going to include the audio from these clips, and hopefully YouTube will go easy on the copyright stuff. This is for educational purposes, right?
猝不及防闯入你的笑颜，我怎难在那与世界之大？你就当歌唱出心中，让我们红尘作伴，我们潇潇洒洒，策马奔跑，你就当歌唱出心中喜悦。
当时我们4个是上完课没课了。
飞车开往那瞬间，新的故事正开篇，多少片分瞬间都变成爱的纪念。我们会。
别管我，别管我，
watching. Thank you very much for watching. These rides were not all sugar and spice and everything nice. They all occurred at night in the dark, and many people, many netizens on Chinese social media were worried about the riders' safety. I mean, apart from the obvious traffic congestion, but apparently they all went back home by a different form of transportation, maybe bus or taxi, and they left the bikes there. The shared bike companies complained that they had to go and pick up all the bikes. While they do have vehicles for moving those bikes around, they generally carry like 20 bikes at a time, so they were complaining. Plus, there were many complaints about the various wasted city resources. I really do have to wonder if you could have done this same thing in the United States. I kind of doubt it. Anyone think this is a green screen? Oh, we got my partner here.